But yeah, like Kansas goal, I think that was a very key thing. We create a ton of set pieces and opportunities, and now it's just about finishing them. And we saw that tonight with Kenza putting us on the board first.
And either one of you can answer this one, but what was the conversation with Jonas at halftime right after a questionable penalty called, and then the tying goal for the other team? What was that conversation like at halftime?
Yeah, I think the VR like us. I never had in my whole career that many penalties against us, but I'm really proud of the reaction. I think like a halftime, we said like how we react to that. That's the most important. It's like, are we going to go outside and win this game, or like we complain about like what is happening in what happened in first half? So yeah, I'm really proud of the reaction of the team. That was really important, and yeah, Jonas just say like we did some really good things at in the first half, and we need to keep doing that. And if we keep doing the right things, we will win this game.
And Melanie, what does it mean to you, particularly having a coach like Jonas that's trusting the young players? Like Trinity started, also 17. Kimi also gets minutes. Chiamaka also gets minutes. So, what is it like being part of this project that's really trusting in the youth?
Yeah, I mean, I think we're getting installed with belief in training and just the way he speaks to us at halftime, just reiterating how we're a full squad, not just because we're the youngers, we're not part of the team. But I think getting the starting Trinity, starting me tonight, just kind of further gives me confidence for the next time I step on the field. And I think also within the team, we have a really good environment and you have teammates lifting you before the game, at halftime, after the game. So I think that goes into like my confidence stepping onto the field tonight. And I know I can rely on my teammates and all the staff.
Thank you, and safe travels back home.
Thank you.
Thanks, Alejandro. We'll have Jonas next. All you, Alejandro.
Hi, Jonas. Congrats on the win. Can you just talk to us about what are your thoughts overall on this win on the road?
I think it was a good statement for us. I think we spoke about before the game for us needing to play two good halves, and I think we did that. I think there was a lot of good things in our first half as well. Even if we come to the halftime with a draw, and of course in a mentally tough situation where we concede basically on the last kick of the half, we're about to we find a way to focus on ourselves, to focus on what we can control. And I'm really proud of that. I think that's a really strong mentality to have. It's a mentality where you get results and not excuses. For me, you can't have both. So the consistency in playing both halves and having a good mentality, I think it's two really big takeaways from me and the team from this game.
I know obviously the thoughts on focusing even despite that penalty call. Did you get an explanation from the referee? It seemed like the whistle was blown before, and then despite that, they still called the penalty. I'm just curious if you got an explanation from the ref.
I can't comment on anything with the refs. I'm not allowed.
Sounds good. What are your thoughts overall on the youngsters that you started? You started Mel B and Trinity. What does this speak on the future of the club, having two talented 17-year-olds that you're trusting to get the start now?
I mean, I think it's very exciting with what we're building. As we have players like Trinity with Mel B, I think Kimi Ascanio is very good when she comes in today from the bench as well. So there's some really good young talent that is eager to learn, that works really hard, and they've done a lot with opportunities that have come so far this season. So that's really exciting.
And then obviously Delphine, 2 goals, 1 assist. When she got pulled off the game in the second half on the TV, it seemed like you had a little conversation with her. What was that like? What was that conversation after that?
It was because she substituted herself because she felt a little bit of cramp. I don't think any sane coach otherwise would have taken her off with the form she was in the second half. And then when she was taken off, she was almost sprinting to the to the substitution. So I was just joking with her and said like maybe that could have been the last sprint on the game instead of being when we tried to make the sub. So it was all in a good meaning.
And then obviously, looking ahead, you have a good problem in your hands with a lot of players playing well. Maria Sanchez didn't get the start, but then now you have Mel B also competing. What are the positives of having a lot of players with great momentum right now for that internal competition?
Like you're saying, I think this is the problems we like to have. We like to choose between many competitive players because we know the season is long. We will need a whole squad. This also helps us affect our training environment, so we can compete in a healthy way during the training weeks, which I believe it's getting the best version about every single one. So for me, it's the situation I want to have. On every position, I want competition.
Thank you, Jonas, and safe travels back home.
Thank you.
Eduardo, I don't know if you had a question that you just joined, but if not, Eduardo, I wanted to make sure you got a chance. If not, we can wrap it up there. 3, 2, cool. All right. Thank you both for joining, and we'll see you next week.